Yo! I know this is a car channel and everything, but I need a new project. I built my Honda. That thing works great. And with the cornholio virus going on, it's kind of slow and there's not a whole lot going on. So I found this chrome Schwinn. I've always wanted a chrome 10 speed like this. So I found it on Craigslist and I bought it, and I'm gonna make it the way I want it. I don't think I'm gonna do an actual restoration because then I'd have to make it all the way it was. But yeah, it's really clean bike. It had a kickstand on it. And it put some dents in the chain stays. I don't know if I'm gonna put it back on or not, but that's really the only thing I didn't like about seeing this bike. The clear coat's peeling on it really bad, so I'm gonna have to get some kind of paint thinner and clean this clear coat off, and I'm gonna take everything apart, the spokes and the rims, and clean the rims. I might get some chrome rims for it too, because apparently these can't handle 90 pounds of pressure for like the new tires can. And the guy put new tires on it because he wanted it rideable before he sold it. Apparently he got this in an auction in a lot with a bunch of other stuff, and he had somebody put tires on it. And I'm like, why the heck you do that? Just bought the cheapest, crappiest tires you could find. So those are probably going bye-bye. Amazingly enough, it's got the original chain on it, and it seems to be okay. I checked it with a chain gauge. So it's not stretched out or anything, and the sprockets look really nice shape. So this thing really hasn't been used much. It was probably just sitting around for a long time. The cables are a little rusty, so I'm probably gonna replace the cables on it. Just by looking at the bike, I'd say the only thing it really needs is more chrome. It's actually one size smaller than what I would like to be for my height, because I'm pretty tall. It's pretty good though, you know. I think the only thing I'm going to do is try to find a longer stem. I moved the seat post. A lot of these like to get stuck in the tube to where they can't move, and it can, and I pulled it up enough so the seat's up high enough. I just want a little more reach out of it. I'm going to have to wrap the bars and put all new cables in it. And like everything that was zinc plated is getting a little rusty, so I gotta do something with those. But this chrome looks beautiful. I mean, there's no real rust. Every time I think I see rust, I can just pick it off with my finger. The badge, like the screws on the badge, those I can unscrew and take off. And the screws are rusty. But the actual chrome on this is probably going to look absolutely amazing. So I'm really going to like it. These pedals got to go. They're crap. I don't like them. I'm probably going to put clip-ons on it. My new toy. Fun. And there it is. I have one bare bones frame. Now I just gotta strip all of this clear off of here with paint stripper and do a lot of cleaning, get a lot of rust off all of these parts. I'm probably going to use a Vapo rust and paint stripper and a lot of chrome polish and aluminum polish. This is a paint stripper I used. I found at Menards. Took about 2 or 3 coats. I put it on, let it sit for about half an hour, 40 minutes, and then stripped it off. It's really nasty stuff. You better be outdoors when you use it, wear rubber gloves, all that stuff. Then I use Flitz polish on just about everything. Hit it with some steel wool. Quadruple aught steel wool on some places that were really stubborn. And with the Flitz polish, like on my rims, I put this polish on, and then I just cut a piece of microfiber cloth, and I cut it so it was about, I don't know, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch outside of this palm sander, and just stuck it right on here, and it's stayed on really nice. And I just used a palm sander and polish, and them rims came out really nice. And of course a Vapo rust. That's always the super good stuff for a lot of super good stuff. I stripped this frame, cleaned it real good. I'm thoroughly pleased at the way it looks. Gave it a good coat of wax. Still got a little grease on it here and there from packing the bearings. I found these rims on Craigslist, and they kind of look like these, all dull and cruddy. I took them all apart and polished those so they look all nice and shiny. It came with chrome spokes, but I used my hubs because the hubs were wrong and the cassette was wrong. So I need to true those up. Then I decided to go with white. I bought a nice cheap $15 seat. It had some silk screening on it, and I rubbed that off with just rubbing alcohol and a cotton ball. I just kept rubbing away at it until the lettering went away, so it's nice and plain. I'm going to do all white and chrome, so I got white cables, and I couldn't find a long quill, so I got this thing in one of these. It was used. It's the only one I could find. It's got a little scratch in it, but it's cool. It'll look really nice, and it'll be the right length for me now. I polished my bar a little bit, polished some other parts because that was all scratched up and looking ugly. I bought some stainless steel polished fenders for it and white wall tires. I was going to get racing tires, high pressure tires, but I decided not to. These should work really good for me, and they'll look cool. I got white bar wrap, and this is supposedly cork. I don't know, it's really cheap, but I kind of like the looks of it. It's all corky and spotty looking, and it had chrome caps. And I got a longer seat post too. I actually put it in, I scratched it a little bit. Oh well, I'll get over it. My other one was too short. I needed about an extra inch of reach on a seat post. I wanted the quill to go up an extra inch, but I couldn't. But at least I got the reach out of it, so it'll stretch out real nice. Polish this up a little bit. I did all of these in Vapo rust, and it all seemed to come out pretty nice. Pretty good, pretty clean stuff. Now I'm just going to assemble this bad boy and take it for a ride. Got a makeshift truing stand. I don't know. I just whipped it up, being creative. Got my brake pads really close to my rim, so I know how to true this thing. Looks good to me. If nobody on here's ever laced spokes before, once you put the spokes on the rim, they usually start like looking like this. So it's all kind of fun trying to get them straight. It's all wonky up and down and side to side. Fun. Progress report. Got all my cables on. I'm still waiting on some tubes, so I can't put my tires on yet. Or my fenders. I got some clip-ons. They're half and half, so I can run regular shoes or clip-ons on the other side. Wrap my bars from top to bottom. A lot of people want to go the other way. You go from bottom to top, and you gotta use black tape on the top and use these tape strips. I don't want to do all of that, so people say, oh, it's all bad because you can roll your wrap. Well, you know, if you make a conscious decision not to roll your wrap, you probably won't. So it looks way cool that way. Way too cool for me. I really, really like this thing. The finished product. Okay, bye.